Hi, my name is Maggie Bradowskis, and I am the recycling coordinator for the Anchorage School District. It's really important that we practice what's called the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. And it's actually like a hierarchy. So what's more important would be to reduce, then to reuse, and if you can't reuse it, then you recycle it. In these bins, you of course can have paper. It could even be a paper art project like this. It has a few staples, but this will not be an issue for the material recycling facility. So feel free to put art projects in the bin. I don't think we'll eat eggs at school, but if you have an egg carton, that of course can go in your recycling bin, especially at home. And then the classic newspaper, 100% recyclable. Got another one. And then this is called paperboard. Paperboard, it's kind of glossy and shiny on the outside, but inside you see that it looks like cardboard. So it could be maybe a Mountain Dew box or a pizza box. It could be goldfish. There's so many mixed paper or paperboard bins like this that go in the recycling bin. So we put paperboard in our recycling. And then we have a notebook here with a metal ream and plenty of paper. Of course, you want to use the paper front and back when you're taking notes. But when we put this in the recycling bin, it would be best to either pull the pages out or just try and get the ream out. So this was not something we want in the bin, but it can make it in the bin if you take it off. Then you have your classic cardboard. It's really recommended to break down any box into a flattened bit, just to keep the material manageable. Now we have magazines. These have glossy paper, typically that really thin, glossy inside paper. This is absolutely recyclable as is, so feel free to put that. I want to cover what's most mis-recycled at ASD. It can get kind of tricky because, again, this looks like paper, it holds paper, but this is called a paper ream. So it's what holds the 500 sheets of copy paper. If you look on the inside though and you feel it, it's very glossy. So it actually has an adhesive that's been added to the paper to make it stronger, but unfortunately that does not ever turn back to paper because it's a glue. So these items are not recyclable. So even though you're recycling your copy paper, make sure to put this in the garbage. Now, again, this is shredded paper, but in this plastic bag, the machines at the material recycling facility, this would get caught up in it and it would cause the machines to break and make the worker time not as efficient. Therefore, when you have shredded paper, it's great to empty the shredded paper into the bin, but you can also just put the plastic bag in the garbage. Now, recycling really is different in different places, but in ASD and Anchorage as a whole, materials like napkins and tissues are not recyclable. Sometimes people might put them in their home compost, which that's great, but at ASD, make sure to put these in the garbage bin. Now, one other material we have here is a jug. Again, it looks like paper, but if you were to look on the inside, again, you'll see a protective layer of plastic, and this, therefore, is not mixed paper, so we don't put this in the bin. So if you're trying to figure out where recycling sites are near you in Anchorage, there's multiple places you can go. You can start at the Anchorage School District Recycling website, which will lead you to Solid Waste Services and the Alaska Waste website, along with ALPAR. ALPAR has a great list set up of what sites are available. It could even be, there's aluminum can drop-off sites at our local cars or a specific newspaper drop-off site at an elementary school. There's even a map that shows where these places are and will say exactly what material.